So what you can see here is the little lug has snapped off. So I'm going to do an autopsy now to see if I can find out why this wheel will not stop moving and what's happened with these brakes, because something has gone seriously wrong here. So let's investigate the autopsy. So if you've been coming along on this epic adventure with me, you will note that this broke, this whole brake pad broke. The last one had all splits and cracks in it. And luckily, one had just been listed for 25 quid, so I went out and brought it. And we've now broken that. We've snapped the lug off. Now my autopsy is complete. What I've done has been a complete numpty. And I haven't actually fitted this back on, which goes onto this bolt here. Hang on, let me put it on. Like so, and means basically the cable is just at that sort of angle. Now when we had it, if I take this back off again, I had it right back there, so it was actually pulling against the side. That's why it's snapped off. So I am a complete moron, to put it mildly. And I think little Mark, or young Mark, is having a real good chuckle to himself because he's now got his own back. So I've got to now source another one of these. It just goes from bad to worse. So I'm going to take the back wheel off because this has all got to come out. I'm still trying to tighten up this front sprocket here, and what I was doing this with my brother, so he put a bit more strength on to help it, and that's when we broke it. So I'm going to take all of this off now. I'm going to put the rear wheel spindle back through. I'm going to get the old chain. We're going to put the chain on here. We're going to wrap it round, stick a screwdriver down through it and see if I can do it that way, because if I break the old chain, it doesn't really matter. Right, so let's drop this wheel out. Hold on and I'll be back. You can see how I forgot to connect that, can't you? Look, where is it? Oh look, it's here, tucked right up out the way underneath. Typical, absolutely typical. So here's my latest replacement one, obviously the one with the broken lug. So what I've got to do is strip everything off of there and put it in there, but what I've got to do on this one, I need to take all the mechanism off here, the bolt and everything, and grease it all up and move it, because it's really stiff, whereas the other one, obviously I worked on it and got it good. So that's my task to do. But the other thing that I have noticed on this one, if you sort of line them up so they're the same, you can see the fin here goes all the way round up to here. I've got the fin this side, but you come across to here, and obviously from my finger down to here I was missing this other bit. So in some ways it might not be a bad thing this is snapped off. Well, I've got to say that to console myself. So I'll get stripping this down, take all this out, grease it all up, get it all back together. We'll come back when I'm about to fit the brake shoes. When I managed to get this out, I had to hammer it out. It was really badly corroded. You could see the line of rust around it. It was down in here. Even the felt washer was glued in. So I've got it all stripped down, cleaned off. So I'll give this a good going over now, and then we'll strip this one down and start reassembly. So how's that for a nice action? Look at that. You've got the little pointer for the wear, so it can show how far your brakes are going in. So next thing now is to put the shoes in, get those in. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of grease on here, drop these down onto these pins here, and they shall sit nicely on there, and then we are good to go. I meant to say, grease and brakes do not mix. If you get grease on your brake shoes, you're never going to stop. So when you're greasing these two pins here, you want just a film, a very light film, and then when you drop your shoes on, it allows them to move, but it doesn't all ooze out and end up all over the inside of the brake drum, where your brakes are needed for you to stop. So you can see I've got movement on there now. I've got two new split pins, which are over here, to go through, and I will push these through each of here to secure the bottom in. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll fit the spring. Now I'm going to fit the spring that goes across here, and I used to faff about until I got myself a pair of these brake shoe pliers for fitting springs, and they are the best thing since sliced bread, because what you do is go around here, and then you can just pull across until you get it to the hole, and it's as simple as that. These are the best things since sliced bread. Did you see how easy that was with that spring? Normally you're there with a screwdriver trying to do it, and that now is brakes done. Right, so I'm now officially back where I started about a week and a half ago. God, how annoying is that? Right, I'm going to end the video there. What a faff, but we saved it. And have a look at some of the prices of how much these go for on eBay, and you'll see why £25, why I got in the car and shot over like I did to get this.